Hi, this is Scott, and this is the MAMIL channel. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the stuff I've done with my bikes and my ride this weekend. It's currently Sunday afternoon here, and I've been out for, well, I was out for many hours this morning, and I'm tired, and you'll see why in a few minutes. So yesterday I had a bit of spare time, so I decided to treat the Roubaix and the Madone to a little bit of TLC. They both got a good clean, and I also cleaned the cassette. I removed the cassette and gave the off the Wahoo Kicker trainer and gave that a really good clean as well. So that's absolutely gleaming now. I was really happy with the way the bikes look. They always have they always look better obviously when they're clean. Although some people like the look of them when they're dirty, but that's just a bit odd. To me, they always look better clean, and they have that nice clean bike smell about them as well. I know, sad. So I did both of those, and then I took on another job, which is actually the first time I've done this. It might not sound particularly grand, but I replaced the bar tape, the handlebar tape on the Roubaix. Because I've had the Roubaix for nearly 4 years, and honestly, the bar tape has absorbed a lot of sweat over those years. Yeah. It was a little bit smelly, so I decided it was about time that I fitted some new bar tape. So I bought the bar tape actually a couple of months ago, and I just not got round to fitting it. But yesterday I did the job. I've never done it before. It's remarkably easy. I didn't get it perfect, I think I've got some lessons learned for next time, because I'm sure there'll be another time in the future where I do it again. And I know, I know what needs to be done, but it's actually remarkably easy. You can judge for yourself if you think I did a good job or not. You'll see in the photos. So the Roubaix had an extra little bit of treatment, which was great. And then today was a ride. So I went over to meet with Gearly Beloved, some of the boys from Gearly Beloved, and we did a big loop around Basingstoke. So for those guys, it would have been 75, nearly 80 miles. For me, by the time I'd gone and met up with them and then got home again, it was 91. Just over 91 miles. So that's actually my third longest ride so far this year. So I'm really pleased with that. I've got a bit of a sore back at the moment from some work I was doing a few weekends ago, which I won't talk about. But yeah, my back's still a bit sore. So to do the ride that I did today, I'm really happy. There was, of course, a cafe stop with that sort of distance. So we stopped. If you live in Hampshire, you may have heard of the Watercress line. It's an old train line that they run steam engines on and take passengers. We called at one of the stations where there's a cafe and had a little pit stop, and a very nice slice of Victoria sponge was had. I didn't take a picture of the cake. I think that's a bit odd. So maybe I should do. Maybe that's what I should do from now on, and add that to the MAMIL channel, cake reviews. And one of the other things I was going to mention as well. I mean, I'll post some of the metrics. You might see them on screen from my Strava data. And one of the other things I was going to mention. People always comment when they see my Strava and things like that on my heart rate. I do have a ridiculously low heart rate. I mean, my resting heart rate's about 40 beats per minute, and I've sometimes seen it as low, when I've been lounging on the sofa just here. I've sometimes seen it as low as like 32, 33 beats per minute, and it doesn't get that high when I'm cycling. So today I peaked at 145, I think it was, and my average was about 115. As I know, compared to most people. The ones I was out with today, and just most people generally, heart rate is usually much higher than that. So, but I don't know why that is, but yeah, it's just one of those things that I thought I'd mention. And then since I got home, I had a nice hot bath just to ease the MAMIL muscles and get everything feeling back to normal. And I was also ravenous when I got home as well. So as soon as I got out of the bath, I made sure I had some food. You're going to see the ride actually. So in a minute, I'm going to post a video that's from an app called Relive, and you'll see it's like it looks like a tour, like a stage profile. If you watch sort of the race cycling on TV, it actually looks like a stage profile. But that was me this morning out on my ride. So yeah, have a look at Relive in a minute, and I'm going to do a whole other video on Relive at some point because I think it's really cool. And I don't know if if you cycle yourself, I don't know if you'll have heard of it or not. So I'll talk about that separately later. Last thing I was going to mention actually is my 2,500 mile 6-month target for 2019. I'm really close now. After today, I'm at 2,421 miles. So I'm 78, 79 away from hitting 2,500. I've got another week to do that, so I need to get some riding in this week to at least get the 2,500, because I think that would be a really cool achievement. And then I'll see if I can do exactly the same in the second half of the year and reach the magic sort of 5,000 mile mark. Anyway, over to Relive. Enjoy watching the ride video from today. So there you go. That's the Relive video of my ride from today. I actually added the music myself. If you pay to use Relive, you can add music. You can get them to add the music, but I actually added the music myself. So yeah. So there you go. It was a great ride. I'm tired, as I mentioned earlier, but it was worth it. Just before I go, I also wanted to mention GCN, the Global Cycling Network. So they have a show that goes out every Friday, which is Ask GCN Anything. And you literally can ask them any cycling related question you like, whether it's about training, whether it's about clothing or equipment, whether it's about ride preparation or anything else that you fancy, something to do with pro teams or whatever. And for the first time, my question was actually chosen. I submitted it to them about 10 days ago via Twitter. And it was all about maintaining my usual level of power under periods where I'm putting out a higher cadence than usual. So they answered my question. Really lucky, because it was chosen for their training question of the week, which means I now get 3 months free of Zwift, which I use all year round anyway. So that's great news. I'll put a link to their their video in the description below, so you can watch it for yourself. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the MAMIL channel for more MAMIL stuff to come. Thanks for watching, and I hope to talk with you again soon.